Hi, thanks for purchasing and taking part in these online yoga sessions that I'm providing. So just a couple of bits of guidance when you're doing this at home, making sure that the area that you're using to do your yoga in is as tidy as it can be, or if there are any objects like a coffee table or a sofa that can't be moved, or a lampshade above you, just making sure that you're aware of where those objects are and you're adjusting as you need to. Also as well, make sure that you're feeling okay before doing yoga. So if you're feeling ill at all, or you've got a headache, cold, or whatever it might be, if you're not feeling quite right, then maybe delaying doing your yoga practice until later in the day or another day. Take all of my instructions that I give you as guidance, so if it doesn't feel right or if there's any pain or discomfort, then only coming into the posture to a point that it's comfortable for you, or you can choose not to come into the posture, or you can choose to take a break as you need to. I will offer options and modifications to some of the postures, but if they don't quite work for you, then feel free to make further adjustments that seem sensible for your own body. So thank you for joining in and enjoy. So we've got the arms by your side, closing the eyes just for a moment before we start moving. So noticing your breath, your chest and abdomen rise and fall. Noticing how you feel at the moment, maybe a little bit tired, or maybe you're ready to go. So in a moment we're going to do the windscreen wiper legs one side to the other, and then we'll involve the arms in that movement as well. So when we bring the legs to centre, we'll raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling, and then when the arms come down to the side, we'll bring the arms back down. So we'll take both legs to the right side and just keeping them there for a few breaths before we do our side to side movement. And then we'll bring the legs back to centre and then over to the left side. Again, we'll just keep them there for a few breaths. So we'll bring the legs back to centre and raise the arms up at the same time. So fingertips to ceiling, and then breathe out, legs to the right, arms come down. And then inhale, centre, raise the arms. And breathing out, legs to the left, arms come down. So we'll continue this movement from side to side, but we're having the arms come up as you bring the leg to centre, having the arms come down as your legs come down. Inhale, up. Breathe out, down. Next time you're back to centre with the knees pointing towards the ceiling, we'll stop there, we'll bring the arms down onto the ground next to you, and then we'll roll to one side and press to hands and knees.
from here we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow, so from all fours with tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drops, and tipping pelvis forward, gaze forward. The next time we go through the movement of the back arching, we'll take the bum back towards the heels as the back arches and the head drops. And then as you come forwards, we could bring the hips, tipping the pelvis forward, taking the gaze forward, and then taking the bum back as we arch the back and the head drops. And then you can shuffle your hands a little bit further forwards again, so when you come forwards, the hips can move more towards the ground as you take your gaze forward. And then arching the back, head drops as you take your bum back. So you can take a moment just to shuffle the hands to the right position so it feels comfortable, or there's a nice free movement of the body moving forwards and back. And then pausing next time we're upright or in an all fours position, walking the hands back, and we'll come up to a kneeling position. So we do a back bend from here. So we're taking the hands behind, shoulder blades, elbows towards each other. So we extend up, take the gaze up, and gently leaning back. Steady breath. And then we come back to an upright position, shoulder blades, elbows towards each other, extending up. Gaze to the ceiling and leaning back. And then coming back upright. So we do that once more. Shoulder blades, elbows towards each other, extending up, taking the gaze up and leaning back. And then popping the hands back down onto the mat to return to all fours. So a few rounds of hovering knees up off the mat, so either toes extended or curled under. So we're lifting up, so trying to bring them up as short a distance as you're comfortable with. And then down, we'll step the hands forwards about hand's length, bring the shoulders forwards again so they're above the wrists and lifting. And down. So either from this position again, or if you can, you're comfortable, step the hands forwards again, bring the shoulders forwards and lift. And then down. Stepping the hands back about a hand's length, shoulders forwards above the wrists and lifting. And then down. Bringing the hands back to the start position and lifting. And then back down. Taking the knees wider, toes towards each other, bum to heels, sliding the hands away in front. So the hands are touching the mat, but the forearms are lifted, and you're allowing the chest to sink down as much as your shoulders, hips will allow. And then inhale, lifting up, bringing your shoulders forwards. And then breathing out, back down. Inhale up and breathe out, down. And then we'll pause when we're back to upright, back to all fours. We'll come into puppy pose, so we want the knees back to hip width and below the hips. And then we'll walk the hands away so the arms are straight, shoulder width apart and parallel. Fingers are spread and the hands gently press forwards, and the bum moves a little bit in the other direction, and you'll notice a little bit more stretch in the shoulders and the armpits. And then we'll take a breath in, breathe out, allow the chest to sink. So it might be a small movement, or maybe your forehead comes down to the mat. And then a slight lift up, forearms down, and bring the shoulders forwards above the elbows. From here, if you can, just allowing the shoulders to come a little bit more further forwards. So your body lowers down, and then we'll press back to puppy pose. So taking the bum back, press the hands into the mat to lift the forearms up, head between the arms. And a deep breath in. Breathe out, chest sinking. And again, a slight lift, forearms down, shoulders forwards above the elbows, holding there. And again, if you can, we'll allow the shoulders to come ahead of the elbows so the body moves towards the ground. And then we'll press back to puppy pose. So pressing the bum back, press hands into the mat to lift forearms, head between the arms. Deep breath in. Breathe out, chest sinking. And a slight lift up, forearms down once more, shoulders move forwards above the elbows. And again, we'll allow the shoulders to move ahead of the elbows as the body moves towards the mat. Pressing up, walk the forearms back and then come to hands and knees. And then from here, we'll come to downward dog. So we curl the toes under, lift the knees, press through the hands, pressing the bum back, head hanging. And stepping forwards and folding forward. So we're bending over at the waist, arms, shoulders relaxed. Inhale up, hands together above your head. Breathe out, coming down. And then inhale, hands up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Lifting into flat back position. And then hands to the mat and back to plank. All the way down. Extend your toes, inhale, lift to cobra. Breathing out down, and then up and back to downward dog. And stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhaling up, hands together above your head. Breathing out, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Breathing out, folding forwards. Lifting into flat back. Hands to the mat and back to plank. All the way down, extending toes, inhale cobra, breathe out down, curl the toes under up and back to downward dog. Walk the hands back to your feet to forward fold. And inhaling up, hands together above your head and breathing out, coming down. Taking your hands down. So we'll step back to the top of the mat, so our feet hip width, we're extending up. We'll take a stride back with the right foot to warrior one, so a nice big step back, hips, chest forwards, left leg is bent, knee above the ankle, interlace the fingers behind your back, draw the hands away, chest forwards, head hanging, working hands to the ceiling. Releasing the hands down to the mat, we're going to make our way to plank. So from plank, we're going to do side plank, chest facing to the right. So you can have your left knee down if you like as you raise your right arm up. Right hand back to the mat, back to plank, and we'll turn through to face to the left, raising the left arm up. Left hand back down, back to plank. So once more on each side, turn through to the right, raise the right arm up. Right hand down, through to the left, raising your left arm up. Left hand down to the mat, back to plank, and then all the way down onto our fronts for locust pose. So we're coming all the way down, taking arms by your side, toes extended long. From here, we'll take a breath in and out. We'll breathe in and out. Inhale, lifting chest, arms and legs. Making sure we're not holding the breath. Slowly down. Inhaling and lifting, so reaching back through your fingertips. And down. And once more, inhaling, lifting, reaching back. and then coming back down. Popping the hands down on the mat by the side of the chest, and we'll make our way back to a downward dog. So we can come to all fours first, lift up, press through the hands to press the bum to the ceiling. From here we're going to make our way to warrior two. So we want to lift up the left foot, bend the left leg, bring your left foot forwards, bring it up with the hand if you need to. So turn the right foot out as we step back. Looking forwards over the top of the left hand. We'll raise the arms up. Take the right hand to the left wrist. So a variation of reverse warrior. So we're leaning back, gaze up to the ceiling. And then we'll come back to warrior two. And again, raising the arms, right hand to your left wrist and leaning back. Back to warrior two. And we'll do that once more. So raising the arms up, right hand, left wrist, leaning back with your gaze to the ceiling. Back to warrior two. Straighten the left leg, allow the arms to come down. Turn your left foot in. We'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. So we'll interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the hands away. Lead with the chest coming forward. Head hanging. Moving hands to the ceiling. Steady breath. Allow the hands down to the mat. So the fingertips or the hands are touching down. We'll leave the left hand where it is. We'll lift up the right and twist to the right. Right fingertips towards the ceiling. Right hand down to the left. Left hand down through to the right. Right hand down and to the left. Bringing your left hand down. From here we'll come back up and we'll return to warrior two. So we turn that left foot round, left arm in front, right arm behind. And we'll cross the right arm underneath the left. Fingertips up, fingers to palms if you can. So we'll step into eagle pose. So we're going to have a go at crossing the right leg over the left leg. So whichever position you're in, we'll reach fingertips up to the ceiling. Unwind and step your right foot back to a lunge position. So the heel is off the mat, hips chest forwards. So from here, we'll straighten the left leg, raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling. And then we're going to lead with the chest and fold forwards. Head hanging. Back up to lunge, so the left knee moves forwards, you raise up. Straighten the left leg, raise the arms up, fingertips straight up. Lead with the chest and come forwards. And again, just pausing there. And then back up to lunge, raising up. So we do that movement once more. So the arms straight up, straighten the left leg, lead with the chest, coming forwards, hands come down, pausing there. From here we'll make our way into lunge twist. So we stay in this forward fold position, bring the left knee forwards above the ankle, right arm across to the outside of your left leg, reaching left fingertips to the ceiling. And then from here we're going to make our way to warrior two. So the chest is facing the other way, so as you come up you've got the arms out to the side, you turn your back foot out, right arm behind, look forwards over the left. And stepping the right foot forwards and coming to standing at the top of the mat. So we'll run through that again, leading with the left side. So we're back at the top of the mat, we're extending up. We'll stride back with the left foot to warrior one. Raising up, so the hips chest forwards. Feet are on those two parallel tracks, so you've got that clear gap in between. And we'll interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the hands away. Lead with the chest forwards, head hanging, and working hands towards the ceiling. Release the hands down, make our way to a plank position. And again, side plank, chest to the right, raising your right arm up. Right hand back to the mat, and we turn through to the left, raising left arm up. Left hand down, turning through to the right, raising your right arm up. And right hand down, turning to the left, raising your left arm up. Left hand back to the mat, back to plank, and then all the way down onto your front. So knees down, bring the body down, arms by your side. We'll take a breath in and out. We'll breathe in and out. Inhale, lifting chest and arms and legs, making sure we're not holding the breath. And slowly down. Inhale and lift. And down. And then once more, inhale, lifting, reaching back through your fingertips, pointing back through the toes. And slowly back down. Placing the hands down on the mat by the side of the chest, we'll press to all fours and then to downward dog. So from our downward dog, we'll come back to warrior two. So we're going to lift up the right foot, bend the right leg, bring right foot forwards, turn the left foot out as you come up. So we've got left arm behind, looking forwards over the right. Raise the arms, left hand to the right wrist above. So we're leaning back, gaze up, and just making sure we're keeping the right knee above the ankle. And then back to warrior two. Raising the arms, left hand, right wrist, leaning back, gaze to ceiling. And back to warrior two. And then once more, raising the arms, left hand to your right wrist, leaning back. And then back to warrior two. Straighten right leg, arms come down. Turn your right foot into again, little forward fold. Interlace fingers behind the back. Draw the hands away. Lead with the chest forwards, head hanging, working hands to ceiling. Allow the hands to come down to the mat, and we'll walk the hands over to the lower left leg, so you're reaching for shin, calf muscle, maybe down towards the ankle as you guide your upper body towards your left leg. Steady breath. And then walking hands to lower right leg, guiding the upper body towards your right leg. And walking hands back to the centre, and we'll come up. We'll come back to warrior two, so we turn that right foot round. Raise the right arm up behind, right arm in front, left arm behind. Crossing your left arm underneath your right, fingertips up, fingers to palms, if we can. So we step into eagle pose, so we step up, cross the left leg over the right leg, reaching the fingertips up to the ceiling. And then we're going to unwind and step the left foot back to lunge, so the heel is off the mat as you raise the arms up. Straighten the right leg, arms become vertical, fingertips to ceiling, lead with the chest. As you come forwards, hands come down, and we pause there. And then coming back to lunge, so the right knee moves forwards as you raise it up. Straighten the right leg, raise the arms up, straight up, and lead with the chest, then come forwards. And back to lunge again, so the right knee moves forwards, we raise up, and then straighten the right leg, fingertips up, leading with the chest as you come forwards. So from here into our lunge twist, so we're staying in this folded forward position, we bring the right knee forwards, we bring the left arm across the outside of the right leg, right fingertips to the ceiling. And then we're going to come into warrior two, so we want to be facing the other way. So as we turn, we've got the arms out to the side, looking forwards over the top of the right hand. Take both hands to the top of the mat to downward dog. And then we'll pop the knees down onto the mat to all fours. From all fours, we keep left hand and knee down. We're going to turn to face to the right, straighten the right leg, raise the right arm up, right fingertips to the ceiling. Take the right arm behind your back, so the back of the hand is gently pressing in the lower back. Draw the right shoulder back. Right arm up, fingertips to the ceiling. And then bringing the right arm alongside your head and gently reaching forwards or reaching away through your fingertips. And then we'll circle that right arm behind the back again. Draw the right shoulder back. And then taking that right arm alongside the head and reaching forwards, reaching away. And then we'll return to all fours. So right knee and hand down, turn through to face to the left. Raise the left arm up. Left arm behind your back. Draw the left shoulder back. Left arm up, and then alongside your head, reaching forwards or reaching away through your fingertips. And then we'll circle that left arm behind the back. And again, draw left shoulder back. And left arm alongside your head once more. And reaching forwards, reaching away. Left hand and knee down to the mat, and then we'll come to lying down, legs bent and feet flat. So we'll reach down with the fingertips, catch backs of the heels, allow both legs to the right, keeping them there for a few breaths. And legs to centre and to the left, keeping them there. And then gently from side to side, so we'll inhale centre, breathe out to the right. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Pausing when you're back to centre, so knees to ceiling, sliding your left foot away, so left leg is long, and we'll guide that right leg to the left as you roll onto your left side with your right hand on the ground on the right side, sliding the right hand away from you, but just making sure that you've always got at least the fingertips on the ground, so if the hand lifts, then maybe bring the hand back towards you. And then back to centre. Switch legs and guide the left leg to the right side as you roll onto the outside of your right leg. Steady breath. Back to centre and into our position for a short relaxation. So we've got arms by your side, closing the eyes. Just allowing yourself a little bit of time to relax and maybe noticing how you feel right now compared to the start of the session. Notice how your body feels. start to take some deeper breaths. Moving your fingers and toes, bending the legs up to get the feet flat, rolling to one side, pressing up to a seated position. Bring the hands together, closing the eyes. So thank you all for joining me and giving yourself some time for yoga this morning. Namaste.